Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this NCSE for Startups End of Program Tech Showcase sponsored by Cynam. My name is James Lamb, and I'm the Program Manager here at Plexal, leading the NCSE for Startups initiative on behalf of our consortium, including partners such as Deloitte, Cynam, Hub8, and QA. For those of you that tuned into our earlier tech showcase in May, we introduced our newest group of startups that had recently joined the program, all of which had innovative hardware or software solutions tackling the ever-growing threat that is ransomware. I'm delighted to be able to reintroduce the startups to you all today, in which they'll be sharing their journey as part of NCSE for Startups and also discussing their priorities and sort of areas of focus moving forward. First up, I'd like to welcome onto the screen Amir, founder and CEO of SOS Intelligence. They help businesses and organizations sleep easier at night by providing accessible cyber threat and dark web intelligence with real-time alerting. Amir, over to you.
Hi, James. Thank you so much for that introduction. So the first question, why did we join the program? So we joined as we knew we had a solution to the ransomware challenge that was unique and addressed the problem from a different, more holistic perspective. One that could disrupt the ransomware kill chain at a very early stage in the process by giving organizations an early warning to credential loss. In terms of what we took out of the program, we took out a lot, to be honest, but the key bits were from a number of different workshops that were really quite eye-opening and created, to be honest, a lot of work for us, a lot of worthwhile to-do lists, and we're really now looking to try and focus in on that to-do list to deliver our message to our potential future customers and existing customers in a much more impactful way. In terms of the next steps, it is based on my previous comments. So our next step is really to work through that and adjust and improve our strategy. And for example, looking at our value proposition and the way that our marketing and sales communication is done, just to make it more effective and honed. In terms of any advice for future companies that are either on the program or looking to join, I think that you're going to get a lot out of it in terms of the program, but you will need to dedicate a lot of time. The program's going to need a lot of dedication and focus, and for that to really for you to be able to really get something out of it, you're going to end up needing to split out your commitments, and you're going to need to delegate out a lot of stuff to be able to carve time for the program into your schedule. If you don't do that, you're going to find that you're going to be struggling. So it's a really important thing that once you do commit, that you focus yourself on the program and what it has to deliver. Thank you, James. Hope everybody enjoys this final tech showcase.
Perfect. Thank you, Amir. Up next is Validato. Validato have a solution that simulates cyber threat scenarios such as ransomware to test and validate companies' cyber defenses. Ronan will be delivering this session today, and he is the CEO and co-founder of Validato. Over to you, Ronan.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this tech showcase. My name is Ronan Lavelle. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Validato. As James just introduced us, we simulate breach and attack simulations within companies to test their cyber defenses. Why we joined the program? So we joined this program to seek validation for our technical and our commercial propositions, but also the association with the NCSE is a very powerful differentiator for a young UK-based startup within a very competitive world. So it's very important for us to help us to be seen to be different in the marketplace. What have we taken away from the program? So the program really does encourage you to think and then rethink about how we position our propositions and our go-to-market plans. The program brings in place a number of world-class experts who've done this many, many times before, and their knowledge and the experiences they've imparted on us has been invaluable. And what are we looking for in the future? Wow. We hope to use the rest of this year actually to test and validate that our proposition actually does what we think it should do. We're working with a small number of Lighthouse customers and partners, and they've already started to provide us with some amazing feedback on issues and process improvements that we are implementing. And once we're confident that we can deliver on the value that we think that we are going to provide the market, we will press the accelerator in 2023 and really look to grow the business then. Advice to future companies. Well, I think as Amir mentioned in his piece a little time ago, 12 weeks is a very big time commitment for any company, but particularly a young startup that you have to spend away from your business. So my advice is treat it as an investment. And you're going to get so much more out of this program if you put in effort into the program. So be prepared to collaborate with your peers and with your instructors, and then really that's the secret sauce to get the best experience out of this program. So thank you very much, and that's me.
Perfect. Thank you, Ronan. Yeah, in our penultimate presentation, we will hear from Stephen Kynes. Stephen is the COO and co-founder of Goldilock. Goldilock produces a hardware device that allows remote instant control of true physical disconnection and connection from the internet without using the internet. Stephen, over to you.
Thank you, James. My name is Stephen Kynes from Goldilock, and we are, as James mentioned, a hardware company, which is fairly rare in the cybersecurity industry. And simply what we do is we build a device that allows you to remotely disconnect and connect your digital assets from the internet without using the internet. So we have a patented device that is called Goldilock True Air Gap, and it is a rack mountable device. And this allows any assets that are kept offline and only need to be connected and accessed periodically, as well as thinking of it as a ransomware kill switch, the equivalent of pulling all the cables. And so we work with other companies that provide that ability to access, detect when there is a ransomware attack, but we are able to pull all the cables effectively because it is a full physical disconnect within 5 seconds using our non-IP technology. So it is being deemed as unbreachable. So what I would like to now talk about is the program and why we joined the program, because we were at a stage after having raised $3 million and where we built a prototype. We then started to build a version which had been verified and tested, and we have been manufacturing it in West Midlands. But we were also expanding into the defense and critical national infrastructure side. And we found it was a good opportunity, especially somebody from like myself who was not as involved in the cybersecurity industry, but involved a little bit more in scaling companies, to get deeper into the cybersecurity ecosystem. And this is what the NCSC for Startups program allowed us to do. Also, the opportunity to work with other companies that were dedicated to the ransomware challenge. So what we took away from the program was that the device that we had built it was quite robust in terms of the technology, but it was perhaps a little bit difficult for others to understand exactly what the use cases were for them. They could understand the concept because our vision statement is cyber strength through simplicity. It's fairly simple. It's essentially pulling a cable and reconnecting it on command. But how can they be using it? And having the opportunity to meet investors, mentors, working with value proposition, masterclass, refining the mission statement, all of these aspects in a very focused, structured 12-week program was very helpful for us to really hone our ability as we started to move towards a scale-up. The future for us really is about now the scale-up phase. We're in the process of raising our Series A, and we are now working with universities. One of the things we got from the program was introduction to different grant programs. We had already won a DASA grant for our ruggedized defense model, which we've started to develop. But it also opened us to some of the prime contractors, so the ability to access frameworks that we would not otherwise get as a small company. And with that is in fact one of the other Plexal programs that we're looking to join, which is the Cyber Runway for Scale-Ups. And while this program is a very intense program for founders over the 12 weeks, although I was able to include my co-founder and my CTO in some of the events, the other program would be something that I would be able to involve more of the team because it is a remote one. But this program was really good, and my advice for companies that will be looking at this, although there is a heavy requirement to have 3 days a week, it is kind of the old saying about you get what you put into it. So if you're able to really dedicate the time, because you're in this small cohort of in our case, five companies altogether, then you can really get a lot out of it, because you can ask very honest questions and get honest feedback, which you wouldn't otherwise get. And if you put the time in, you'll find that the connections are very good. And you need to do the follow-up work in order to sort of keep at the people. The area, the Golden Valley in Cheltenham, is an excellent ecosystem for anybody in the cybersecurity industry. So because it's really people who are dedicated to it, so it allows you to kind of get your geek on for that. So we would highly recommend it. Thank you very much.
That was great. Thank you very much, Stephen. Our final company of the day is Centegra. Maria is the CEO of Centegra. They provide a recovery solution that ensures rapid restoration of end-user computing from ransomware and major cyber attacks in minutes rather than days or weeks. The solution can be embedded in devices or deployed through a standalone sidecar and is being extended to servers and IoT devices. Over to you, Maria.
Hi, my name is Maria Vicchino, and I'm the CEO of Centegra. Our company's mission is to help organizations avoid the potentially catastrophic impact of ransomware or cyber attacks. And we do this by enabling the fast, local, and complete recovery of any computing device without the need for IT support, without the need to replace your systems, or even to have access to networks, so that even completely inaccessible systems are usable again within minutes, rather than the days or weeks it typically takes for recovery without our solution in place. So we joined the NCSC program to try to help bring our product to market. We are a fairly new startup. We have patented technology that came out of a university with years of government research and investment, actually. And we wanted to take advantage of the incredible resources that NCSC makes available to startups. They have expertise on fundraising, marketing, strategy, and technology. And we've taken away a great deal from the program. We've made some incredible connections who we'll be working with, as well as the wider community there around NCSC, long after the program finishes. We have found some direct investment opportunities that we're very excited about that have come through connections we've made at the NCSC program. And we've been just incredibly impressed with the dedication and skill of the CINAM, NCSC, and Plexal staff that we've had the privilege to work with there. Personally, I've also had an opportunity to mentor a student who's interning at NCSC and who is just starting her career in cybersecurity. As far as next steps, what we're hoping to do right now, what we're focused on is to complete our seed fundraising round so that we can take our prototype, our early MVP, to a finished product so that it can be easily deployed in an operational environment. So we're going to be following up on the leads and introductions that we've made as part of the NCSC program to potential partners and potential customers, as well as the investors. And we're also going to be working on building out our second patent, which extends our capabilities to computing systems that need to remain on, that cannot be turned off as part of the backup cycle, such as servers, critical infrastructure devices, and also use cases around medical equipment. Our advice to future companies that join the program is that you need to be prepared for the commitment that the program requires. It requires at least one individual, quite frankly, to be there just about full-time to take full advantage of the incredible resources that the NCSC program makes available. There are absolutely great connections and opportunities if you're able to take full advantage of them. And the people at NCSC and everyone else have been absolutely fantastic to work with. So I strongly encourage you to apply. Thank you.
If you would like to learn more about any of our startups, please do reach out directly via their socials, or conversely, if you'd like to do this through myself, I believe Elle will be sharing my email in the chat. Also, highly recommend that you keep up to date with the latest Cynam events and ecosystem activities by following Cynam socials as well. Yeah, thank you all for your time and hope you enjoyed the showcase.